George Bush's thoughts on PRISM, Europe is being targeted by the NSA, and is Facebook censoring the Syrian civil war? All that and more this time on ThreatWire. Hello and welcome to ThreatWire. I'm Shannon Morse.
I'm Darren Kitchen, and this is your summary of what's threatening security, privacy, and our internet freedom.
Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be here.
It's good to see you in the studio again. Now let's go ahead and get started with stellar wind. It sounds kind of cool, right?
Stellar.
Stellar. Now, recently released documents from Edward Snowden have revealed that the NSA has been tracking email communication for the better part of a decade under the name stellar wind. Not really that cool. Now, much of this data was collected under the Obama administration before it ended in 2011, and this was created during the Bush administration. The NSA had collected names of recipients and senders and IP addresses. However, no email content was included. The communications were only to be collected as one party was outside the US or not a US citizen. Now, the program began in 2001. It was first exposed in 2004 by Thomas Tam, who's an attorney for the Justice Department. After legal coverage was provided for stellar wind back in 2004, the program continued. Stellar wind didn't end until 2011 when it was closed due to operational and resource expenses. And of course, after that, the NSA launched a new program to collect communications. The NSA calls this new source of collection of email communications and internet data the One-End Foreign Solution, or 1EF for short. The FISA Amendments Act of 2008 allowed for broader data collection and relaxed surveillance restrictions. 1EF, codenamed Evil Olive, is still currently being used for data collection, although it's kind of unclear what data coincides with foreign online traffic and how much is collected of Americans in the US. Also, legalities of this harvested data is also unclear. Now, speaking of former President George W. Bush and his administration, in a recent interview by CNN, when asked about PRISM, he said, oh, I should say this with a Texan accent.
Please do.
Okay, all right, I got this. He said, I put that program in place to protect the country. One of the certainties was that civil liberties were guaranteed. Now, he believes that Edward Snowden damaged the country.
You know, this is actually a pretty rich story, and if you're interested, check out Binny, another whistleblower, and some of the other programs of the time. But speaking of, foreign online surveillance, let's talk about something coming out of German newspaper Der Spiegel. They claim to have reviewed leaked documents from NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden outlining more than one or two scandals. Now, Der Spiegel asserts that the obtained documents prove Germany plays a role in NSA's global surveillance network, and further, that Germany has become a target of such surveillance. Now, while the German newspaper decided not to publish the details of the secret operations, citing danger to the lives of NSA workers, it did go on to describe the general surveillance system. Further, it holds that almost no one is safe from mass spying. That is, unless, of course, you're what the NSA defines as a close friend or a second party. As such, the leaked documents indicate. One such top secret document describes regarding the UK, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, quote, the NSA does not target its second party partners nor request that second parties do anything that is inherently illegal for NSA to do. Now, it is said that a group of around 30 nations are considered to be third party. In this case, such protections do not apply. In one leaked internal presentation, the NSA boasts, we can, and often do, target the signals of most third-party foreign partners, of which it seems Germany is amongst. Further, Der Spiegel notes that, as many Germans suspected and the leaked documents indicate, the US spies on Germany and the Washington offices of the European Union. What's interesting is to come from this is what's probably most obvious, that while Britain's GCHQ can spy on the world, but not themselves, the United States NSA can spy on the world, but again, not US citizens, and Germany's BND can spy on the world, just not Germans, it only takes a little bit of information sharing to have a complete global surveillance network. Now, as an NSA table published by Der Spiegel shows that on an average day, 15 million telephone connections and 10 million internet data sets are collected, with Germany being eavesdropped on far and away more than other EU nations, such as France and Italy. Now, author and NSA expert James Bamford, in an article with Die Zeit, claims, quote, "We probably put more listening posts in Germany than any place because of its proximity to the Soviet Union," which seems to be backed up by the leak's documents, which state regarding foreign partnerships to provide, quote, "unique target access." So what kind of unique target access might we be talking about? Well, Frankfurt, Germany, for example, is indicated as an internet connection point for not only the European Union, but also for nations of interest such as Mali and Syria. A document also describes how, quote, "In the information age, the NSA aggressively exploits foreign signals traveling complex global networks." Further, a previously unpublished document reveals how the NSA recently acquired access to fiber optic backbone connections, quote, "including several that serve the Russian market." Remember all of those internet backbones, those fiber optic undersea cables that were cut over the last several years? Well, it's no wonder Fort Meade has access to, quote, "thousands of trunk groups connected worldwide, allowing the monitoring of Middle East, Europe, South America, and Asia." Also indicated by one of the documents that the NSA both bugged and infiltrated the internal computer networks of European Union delegation on K Street in Washington, D.C., as well as a European Union mission in the United Nations in New York. As the document describes, the Europeans are a location target. What's notable here is that by October, the European Justice Commissioner, as well as the U.S. Attorney General, will determine the full scope of the spying and discuss legal protection possibilities for EU citizens. Personally, my take here is that this could be a boon for privacy, because while here in the United States everyone rolls over, relinquishing every freedom for a thin veil of security, the Europeans are just not so complacent. The German government has thus far sent the U.S. polite letters requesting additional information, though with this new information coming to light, and this being an election only 3 months away, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, we can only hope, will step up and play some hardball.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I can say is just wow. All right, so you spoke of Syria. Syria is back in the headlines with a Facebook-related story. Recently, the Obama administration announced plans to arm the Syrian rebels in the Syrian civil war, despite tons and tons of public opposition. The conflict between the Shiite allies of the Alawite regime and the Sunni insurgency took a turn for the worst, with recently publicized episodes of cannibalism and beheading of civilians by the insurgents. Now, a photo was posted by a Syrian Sunni rebel holding a Christian man's decapitated head over a grill, and Facebook removed the photo for its disturbing content. The victim was the brother of a man who allegedly said that Syrian rebels were behaving like bandits. The National Liberty Federation, NLF, posted the photo on their Facebook page. The page was suspended for 12 hours after the post. Now, NLF felt that Facebook was promoting the war with Syria and covering up the crimes of Syrian rebels by censoring the post. Now, they said last week the National Liberty Federation Facebook page had over 1.5 million views. Every day we are under attack by the socialist trolls working for Obama. They played the same games a few months ago when patriots posted pro-Second Amendment pictures and articles. Now, Facebook's community standards may be violated if graphic content is posted. Their page states, "People use Facebook to share events through photos and videos. We understand that graphic imagery is a regular component of current events, but must balance the needs of a diverse community. Sharing any graphic content for sadistic pleasure is prohibited." Now, political agendas and motivations aside, Facebook still responds to any report from users when flagged as inappropriate. This reporting infrastructure includes report links on pages across Facebook's site, systems to prioritize the most recent reports, and a trained team of reviewers who respond to reports and escalate them to either law enforcement or remove the content as needed. Now, this was said by Allison Schumer, who is a Facebook spokesperson. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, speaking of balancing the needs of a diverse community, our comment of the week comes from Zaipai, who wrote, "The Bill of Rights went out the window years ago. If you think you have any of those rights anymore, you're kidding yourself. Fact is, you only have the rights that the current administration and departments like the NSA let you have. It's sad, however, I and many others warned about this way back, including right after 9/11. Basically, we gave up our rights to be safe, so we no longer are safe or free. So if you don't want your emails looked at, don't use them. Your cell phones or, well, Oh, don't look for those proposals to actually go through or FISA to be fixed anytime soon. It's not in the best interest of the government. Those plugins for Chrome and Firefox are a good first step, but given that the site you're going to does not hide that much, it's not like it's going to help you that much in the end game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is one extreme side, and then of course there are the other side that is just like, this is the system, we have to fix this.
That's true.
And so that is the unending game, and while to some extent you may be right, it's no reason to become complacent. And,
I don't wear a tinfoil hat. I'm not going to stop using emails, but I use what protection I have available to myself.
Yeah, we're PGP friends.
PGP, woot! We're totally PGP friends. What? All right, so this brings us to our question this week. I'd like to know if you, like others, are enraged by the likes of PRISM, Global Informant, and other such programs. What is the root of this feeling? Is it being spied on or being lied to by your government, or is it something else completely? Let us know in the comments.
It's really a human condition thing.
Yeah.
Now remember, you can find all of the ways to subscribe over at threatwire.org and get involved with our Google Plus community, because that is where the conversation goes all week.
Yes, it is. Now, my name is Shannon Morse.
I'm Darren Kitchen.
And I'm from Texas.
We'll see you on the internet. Are you from Texas?
Well, kind of. San Antonio.
Oh.
Yeah.